We all have goals in life. Each one of us wants to achieve something, whether great or small, at some point in our lives. We have deep-seated hopes and dreams for the future and a burning desire to accomplish some great feats. It's stitched into the very fabric of our society, woven into the core of who we are, deep down inside. It's emblazoned in our DNA, genetically predispositioned, not just for mere survival, but also with a yearning passion to thrive. Clearly, we've achieved some tremendous goals in life. Across the planet, we've accomplished what was once thought to live only in the realm of human imagination, or merely the topic of science fiction fantasy. Yet, while our society and culture seem to be making astronomical leaps forward and achieving outlandish goals, as individuals, we find it harder to see things through when it comes to our personal goals. The 7 steps for achieving any goal. 1. Get specific about your goals. The first step in the smarter method of goal setting is to get highly specific about what you intend to achieve. You have to ensure that it's measurable so that it can be tracked, but you also have to put a great deal of detail into what it is you intend to achieve. You can't just say you want to be rich. It doesn't work that way. 2. Ensure that your goals are meaningful. Goals can't just be specific. The second step for achieving your goals is to ensure that they're meaningful. We will always do more to achieve a goal that has a deep-rooted meaning to us than we will to achieve something that's superficial. Instead, if you have money goals, and you associate a deep enough meaning to them, then they're more likely to be achieved. You can't just want things for the sake of wanting them. You can't just want to lose weight or make more money because those are goals you've always wanted. 3. Pick goals that are achievable. I'm all for picking lofty long-term goals. 10 years down the road, we can achieve anything as long as we work hard during that entire period. But when it comes to your 1, 2, and even 3-year goals, ensure that they're achievable. Don't say that you're going to make $1 billion in 12 months if you're currently heavily in debt. 4. The goals must be relevant. How relevant are the goals that you've selected for your life and your future? When we pick goals that go against the grain of who we are, we find it much more difficult to follow through. So how do you pick relevant goals for your life? One way is to take a moment to jot down everything that you value and believe in. For example, if you value honesty, yet you think that all rich people are crooked and somehow got that way through some stealthy or underhanded methods, you might find it difficult to achieve big money goals. 5. Make sure the goals are time-bound. Goals must be time-bound in order to be achievable. When do you plan on achieving this goal? Don't just say you want to get rich in the future or make $1 million in the next few years. You have to pick a date on the calendar if you're serious about achieving that goal. Select an actual date on the calendar for your specific goal owned to the very day of the week. When your goal is specific and measurable, it's trackable. When you give it a real date on the calendar, you can break it down into monthly and weekly goals. 6. You have to evaluate your progress along the way. When goals are time-bound, they can be evaluated, allowing you to track your progress along the way. The more meticulous you track your goals, the more likely you'll be to follow through. Pick a system for tracking your goals, and do it every single day. This will give you a barometer towards success. When you evaluate, you get a better lay of the land. When you fail to chart your progress, it's easier to ignore things and you're more likely to revert back to detrimental patterns and bad habits. 7. Always readjust your approach to reach your goals. If you evaluate your progress, and you realize that you're getting further away from your goals rather than closer to them, you can readjust your approach. This gives you a moment to correct things. You might not notice this if you fail to evaluate your progress on a daily basis. Our goals are very much like an airplane's journey. We're trying to reach our final destination, and in order to do that, we need to be clear about what that destination is and when we'll reach it. Then, all we need to do is plan, take action, and to modify our approach along the way in order to get to where we're going in the long term. Simple sounding, but clearly far harder to implement.